lost communication. An FLR is the solution.
Alright. Yes, indeed. Alright guys, this video here today, this will be another board video for Japanese passive constructions. Yesterday, it was brought to my attention that I totally did the wrong lesson. Now, this is the same stuff that was on the board before. I just had to make some minor changes. Yesterday, I put up the causatives. I mixed up the causatives with the passives. So, the concept, I should say that the concept of the passive is pretty much the same as the causative. I'll show you that. It's pretty much the same. Okay, so I just went ahead and decided to take that video down so people won't be confused. Okay, so yeah, it's been a long time since I made one of these type of videos because I've been trying to get my camera. I have a new camera here, and I've been trying to figure out how I can make like multiple videos to go over 5 minutes, because this camera, which is a Nikon, people keep asking me what camera I'm using. I'm using the digital Nikon D5000. With this camera, when you have it shooting in like full HD, it's so powerful that they only let you go up to 5 minutes. Then the camera has to shut down. It has to shut down and take a rest. Otherwise, it will overheat. So what I ended up doing was making like 5-minute clips each, and then I put it into Adobe Premiere, and I just stick the clips together. So you're going to see me running back and forth to the camera because I have to pay attention to the time. So once it gets to like 5 minutes, I have to stop it and then pick it back up from where I left off from before. So okay, so we're at 3 minutes now. All right. So yeah, this is passives here, and I think I talked about this book before. If you guys are interested in grammar, if you guys are on a level of studying grammar, you might want to check out this book here. This is a really good book. This is basically for like JLPT level 3. They have a lot of useful stuff, a lot of information on the grammar. A lot of like I would say from basic to like intermediate basic grammar. Really good book. So a lot of the stuff here on the board you can actually find in this book here. Okay. So yeah, let me focus it for a little for you. There you go. You see it clearly here. So this is a good book. All right, so you might want to check it out. All right. So get this focus back in. Yeah, I love this camera. This camera is so fun to play with. The quality is so good. Quality over quantity. For real with this camera. Alright, let's get to business. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through this. I'm going to read it. This is basically a dialogue. Hold on for a second. Of course I have to fix the camera for so we can see what's going on over here. Alright, let's see. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, I hope you guys can see. Is that clear enough? Okay. I think that's clear enough. Yeah. Okay, I think we're all set here. So, now before we get started on this reading here, I need to tell you guys what I've done. Now, this is part of this FLR technique. Like for instance, if you're on chapter 3 or 4, let's say this dialogue is from chapter 4. but you want to use passive. For some reason, you want to learn how to use the passive form. What you can do is go find out how the passive form works, right? Go find out how the passive form works, get a good idea, and then come back to this chapter and incorporate it with all the constructions introduced in this dialogue here from that chapter. Okay, so that's what I've done here. I'm going to show you how I did that. All right. So again, this is from I think it was from chapter 4, a main dialogue, pretty short. And what I've done was translate the whole dialogue by adding the kanji, the katakana where it was needed. And I will advise those of you who are beginners to do the same, because Teach Yourself doesn't introduce these kanjis here, and I think as a beginner it's very important to start learning these important kanjis. Okay? I think Asimil does a great job introducing these kanjis at the beginning, starting from chapter 1. So take that in consideration. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I will read it first and then start breaking some stuff down. Okay, here we go. Let's see. 7時に起きます。朝ご飯は食べませんが、いつもコーヒーを飲みます。そしてレストランで食事をします。午後時々スーパーに行きます。そして家に帰ります。たまに家を掃除します。いつもテレビを見ます。それから晩ご飯を作ります。夜7時から仕事をします。Oh, and I forgot this part here. This sentence should have been here. I forgot to add it. Don't know how I forgot, but it's just, let's see. Here you go. 朝たびたび近所の人とデパートで買い物をします。Alright, so that's, like I said, that's a short dialogue from, I believe, chapter 4. Very basic. Okay? So now we want to talk about this passive form, the ukemi. The ukemi forms. How do we use the ukemi forms? Now, as I mentioned before, this is exactly the same as the causatives. They're just some small changes. And that video I made yesterday was actually the causative form instead of the passive. It's very easy to get these mixed up if you don't pay attention. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking yesterday. I made a 20-minute video without paying attention to these forms I was using. So, in that book I showed you at the beginning of the video, they have these listed in categories. Okay, and I'm about to break these down, but you have category 1, category 2, and category 3. Now, for some people, it's easier to memorize them by categories, but for me, I just like to memorize the words individually. I just like to memorize the form individually. So, I mean, I guess it depends on the person. Everyone learns differently. So, for some people, it's better to just memorize the categories, but for me, I like to just go ahead and just do them individually. So, how do these passive work? Before I get any deeper, look at my time. Okay. Okay. So, any word. So let's look at these first. The category 1. So all verbs ending in u, ku, gu, su, tu, nu, bu, and mu. All of those. So what happens in the passive form and causative, actually, you want to take that last letter there and you want it to sound like an ah. You want it to sound like an ah. So u becomes. How do we make u sound like a wa? We have to change it to a wa. See, u ah. U ah becomes wa. What about ku? か、ぐ、が、す、さ、つ、た、ぬ、な、ぶ、ば、mu, ma. And then you have in category 2, they have the ru becomes la. Ru becomes la. What did I do here? Oh, I see it. I had miru here. Now miru, actually on the screen, I'm going to change it. You look on the screen, miru becomes mi la. It was an example I used here. So the ru, miru, mi, la. Okay, that's category 2. Now suru and kuru, these are in category 3. So suru becomes, what did I do? Okay, saleru, not seleru. Not the right character here. Should be saleru. Should be saleru for the passive. And then kuru, kolaleru. I found it quite funny that when I made that video yesterday, everything was in the causative form except for kuru. I had kolaleru. And it's the causative will be kosaseru. But anyway, it's in the past now. So yeah, that's how these work. Alright, and here I just made example sentences. We're going to go through those. Okay, so let me go ahead and read them. Oh, what am I doing? I didn't even translate this here. Okay, before we get to these, let's go ahead and translate this reading here first. Okay, so 7時に起きます. So I get up 7 o'clock. 朝ご飯は食べませんが、いつもコーヒーを飲みます. So I don't eat breakfast, but I always drink coffee. そしてレストランで食事をします. And at the restaurant I eat the food. 午後時々スーパーに行きます. In the evening, sometimes I go to the supermarket. Okay? そして家に帰ります. And I return home. たまに家を掃除します. I clean my house once in a while. いつもテレビを見ます. I always watch television. それから晩ご飯を作ります. Then I eat the dinner, or I make the dinner, I'm sorry, 作ります. 夜7時から仕事をします. So at evening, 7 o'clock in the evening, or after 7 o'clock in the evening, I do work. I do my work. I work. Right? Yeah. Okay. And then this one here I've skipped. It should be 朝たびたび近所の人とデパートで買い物をします. So in the morning, many times in the morning, I go shopping with my neighbors. Okay, many times in the morning, I go shopping with my neighbors. Alright, so I believe many of you should understand the constructions introduced here. They're very basic. Okay, so let's go down to these sentences I made incorporating this passive form. So the first one, たびたび近所の人に買い物をするのは招待される. たびたび近所の人に買い物をするのは招待される. So, the translation, many times I am invited by my neighbors to go shopping. Many times I am invited by my neighbors to go shopping. Okay? Let's break this down. So, tabi tabi is many times. 近所の人. 近所の人, that is neighbors. So, ni. Now, I didn't explain this before because I didn't want to give you too much. But when you use the passive form, you have to make sure you use the particle ni. In the situation where, like, let's say something was done by someone, the noun, in this case, the noun here will be kinjo no hito, the neighbors. So you want to put ni after that because something is being done by them. Okay? So, kinjo no hito ni kaimono o suru no wa. So, kaimono o suru no wa means to shop. To shop. Shoutai sareru. Shoutai by itself means invitation. But when you add suru, it becomes a verb, which means to invite. So, as we talked about over here, suru becomes sareru, right? In the passive form. So since you have shoutai suru, you have to change suru to sareru. Shoutai sareru, that means to be invited by someone. So keep in mind when these particles, whatever's, like, let's say this person, a noun, whatever's being done by that person, you have to make sure you put the ni after that. Alright, just like this. So tabi kinjo no hito ni, by, many times by the neighbors, kaimono o suru no wa, to shop, shoutai sareru. So I'm invited. And this is just like in general. Okay, so let's see the next one. Uchi ga kinjo no hito ni souji sarete kara terebi o mite karera ni ban gohan o tsukuraremashita. Uchi ga kinjo no hito ni souji sarete kara terebi o mite karera ni ban gohan o tsukuraremashita. All right. So translation: my house was clean. After my house was cleaned by the neighbors, we watched television and the dinner was made by them. The dinner was made by them. Okay? So what do we have? So uchi ga kinjo no hito ni. So again, that ni by the neighbors. Okay? And this particle here, ga, is just, it's new information being introduced about the home here. So uchi ga kinjo no hito ni, by the house, by the neighbors, souji sarete kara. Souji means to clean. Now souji by itself means cleaning. Okay? But when you add, again, like you had, like shoutai, you add the suru, it becomes a verb. So shoutai suru becomes sareru. Right? In the passive. So by them sarete kara, we know te kara. Te kara means after. You put in the te form and add kara, it's after something is done. So souji sarete kara terebi o mite. Terebi o mite. So keep in mind, mite, when you're talking about something in the past, like I did this, I did that, you have to put te, not ta, not terebi o mita, and then blah blah blah. You have to put in the te form. So terebi o mite, we watched television, and karera ni, by them, ban gohan o tsukuraremashita. So by them, the dinner was made. And here you see you have tsukuru. Tsukuru ends with ru, and I believe it's in the second category. Tsukuraremashita. Tsukuraremashita was made by them. Okay? So that's how you do it. Now, let me go and explain this again about this passive. When you have the passive form, the first thing you need to do is look at the noun. Okay, like this person, this was done by this person, this was done by that. Look at the noun and make sure you have a ni there. Right? At the end, the verb, whatever the verb is, you have to change it to rareru, depending on, first of all, you look at the verb. Let's say in this case we have tsukuru. Let's use this. We have tsukuru. Right? We have tsukuru here. We want to look at that. It's very important to look at these verbs before you change it, because it depending on the category, it's different. So tsukuru will be in the second category. So what you want to do is change this ru to a la. So this becomes tsukurareru. You see, this is rareru. You see that? So tsukurareru, tsukuraremashita. It's very important to pay attention to that because it's, you know, you will get confused. You will get confused. So tsukurareru. If it ends with the u, let's say, you know, if it was what? Cow, to buy. If you had a verb like cow, like this here, let's write some beautiful kanji here. So you have cow, right? If you had cow, something was bought by someone, this u becomes wa. We talked about that. So wareru. So kawalemasu. It becomes kawalemasu. Kawalemasu. So it's very important to pay attention to those endings, okay? So yeah, that's what it is. That's our Japanese passive. Let me know if you guys have any questions about anything else. I think what I'm going to do is continue this series too with the Japanese, Chinese lessons because I've been getting a lot of requests, and I think it will be good to keep up with these type of videos. Now, I'm going to say this again. There may be some mistakes here, so I'm not saying that I'm perfect here in this video, but I would say that I have a very, very, very strong grasp of Japanese grammar. I understand it well, very well. So, but I may still make some mistakes, like yesterday. Well, I want to consider. Well, yeah, it was a big mistake. I made the wrong. I made the wrong lesson. It should have been passive instead of causative. But overall, I have a good understanding of what's going on here. But there may be some mistakes. So if there are any mistakes, just feel free to make a video response or just make a comment in the comment area. I don't get mad or get offended because this is why this is my primary reason for making this channel anyway, for me to improve in my language learning. So this here is a video that I like to make for not just myself but for other people who are learning the language. They need help, especially beginners. You see, I can help a beginner because they have no knowledge in this language, but if you're advanced, you're high advanced or native level, these type of videos probably won't even be useful to you. All right. So I just want to put that out there. So yeah, that's it for this video. Like I said, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Actually, for the next, because I have a hard time trying to figure out what I want to do next for these type of videos. So you guys let me know what you want me to make. Like today I did passive. If you want me to do causatives, let me know. If you want me to do past tense, let me know. I'll make the video. Okay? So that's it. Thanks for viewing, and I look forward to you guys' comments and questions.